reign of Boko Haram terror in the northeast to the armed banditry ravaging some northwest states, the country has never been faced with such a level of insecurity. One of the states affected by banditry is Katsina, where some bandits who used to operate in Shimfida area of Jibia local government area have vowed to stop killing people and rustling cattle. This is in line with the ongoing dialogue between them and the state government. Babajide Kolade Otitoju, who met with some of these bandits, yes, he met with some of these bandits during his visit to Shimfida and Basari local government in the state, tells more the story.
In recent times, residents of 8 local government areas in Katsina State have come under ceaseless attacks from armed bandits operating from Rugu Forest and other forests in the area. The attacks on communities have caused the death of dozens of people, theft of livestock, and destruction of properties, including houses, cars, and motorbikes. On the 27th of August 2019, dozens of bandits invaded Shimfida village. They ambushed traders who were being escorted by security personnel from the Jibia Sunday market back to Shimfida. This is one of the multi-terrain vehicles of the Nigerian Army that was set ablaze by the bandits that attacked Shimfida village on August 27, 2019. Villagers told me that the exchange of gunfire between the armed forces and the bandits lasted up to 2.5 hours. The bumpy ride from Gurubi to Shimfida took 1 hour 10 minutes. Ordinarily, the journey shouldn't be more than 20 minutes. One of the reasons it's extremely difficult to respond in quality time to attacks by bandits on communities in Zamfara and Katsina State is the usually poor state of our roads. As you can see, the villagers have done their best to make this collapsed bridge usable, but it still remains in a very bad state. And the governor of Katsina State, Right Honorable Aminu Bello Masari, has awarded a contract in excess of 2 billion to connect Shimfida with Jibia. But as at this time, no contractor has agreed to move to site. Shimfida is a densely populated village. The peace being enjoyed there currently is a fragile one, for the fact that after the peace deal between the parties, there has been pockets of attacks on some communities. I spoke with 2 of the bandits who claimed to have repented. They vowed to stop the killing of residents.
Alhamdulillah, yanzu zaman mu da mutanen Shimfida mu bangaren mu alhamdulillah. Mun gode ma Allah, mun gode ma gwamnatin nan na yanzu. Alhamdulillah, yanzu abubuwan da suka faru a baya duk sun wuce. Yanzu mun samu kwanciyar hankali alhamdulillah. Duk inda mutum zai tafi hankalinsa kwance. Babu matsala komai alhamdulillah.
Don mu samu zaman lafiya.
Shawaran da muke ba gwamnati alhamdulillah, yanda aka ci gaba da dauka zaman lafiya a haka a ci gaba. Kuma a kyautata ma filani bangaren makiyaya, bangaren burtulla. Ya fi a sai samu a zauna lafiya.
Duk mutanen mu ne ba mu faɗa da su dama, masu yin faɗa da su dai na yi. Amma mu ma inda aka kaɗe aka gyara mun ji daɗin shi kaɗin. Yayi kowa ya kwanta inda yake so.
In za fara aikin hanyar nan, ka tabbata ba abin da zai faru.
To abinda muke fata ba mu fata komai ya faru. Muna munnan yin ta.
On the 27th of August here in Shimfida, bandits set ablaze 8 vehicles and kidnapped 29 persons, 18 women and 11 children. I spoke with 2 of the women who were kidnapped on the day. They narrated how it all happened and thanked the government for the peace they now enjoy.
Mu jihar mu dai da an sako mu baki daya saboda har da yaran goyi aka gama aka kilga, har da jariri 2 aka gama aka kilga, mu 30 ne ba daya kuma dun mun hito. Farkon halin suka hiddo mu 11, yaro na goye ke na 11. Daga baya rana mai kawo irin ta yau gurbi suka hiddo babba 8, yaro 10. To kaga ai mu kenan 30 ba biyu ko to mu kenan ba a baro ko guda ba jihar wajen mu nan dai jihar Shehida
suna gudu da mu muka kwana da ta haya wanda ma bai ya tsaya ta haya sai an ce maza ya tayi muka maza muka tahi aka kai muka kwana da ta haya har su haya tai sai da rana tai muka kai wannan wuri da muka kai wannan wuri su suka ce budi geza suka ce gashi gihar da suka mamana ga bugun kwanan da suka mamana.
To guard against further attacks, Nigerian soldiers are camped at Shimfida Secondary School, which is less than 2 kilometers to the camp of the leader of the bandits, who goes by the name Dangote. Shimfida is the last village before one gets to the camp of bandits in the Jibia local government area of Katsina State. And the bandits are led by a young man called Dangote. This is the road that leads straight to the camp of Dangote. As we can see, the camp is still active, and these are his fighters going back after buying some stuff in the town. They are going back to the camp. To my front is the Rugu Forest, the hilly part of Rugu Forest. As you can see, this whole area is firmly under the control of Dangote, the young man who is the king of bandits in the Jibia area of Katsina State. This place used to be a no-go area. And to my right is the school where the dialogue between the government agents and the bandits operating in this part of Katsina State was held. Today, we have security men made up of soldiers and policemen camped in this school. And the location is strategic because it will enable them to see the bandits when they are moving into the village. On our way back from Shimfida, trucks fully loaded with people were spotted returning to the village. Farmers too are apparently returning to their farms. Our crew moved to Ruma village in Basari local government area of the state. It is a spitting distance from Shimfida. Here, we were told that this was the first time in 8 years that the people were experiencing a semblance of peace. I met with Aminu, whose 3 daughters were kidnapped when bandits attacked the village on Saturday. Aminu narrates how it happened.
Tun da suka tafi suka aje mu lamba waya suka ba ni da tiya lamba waya suka ce da mun hita za su bugo mu suka bugo mu kai ta labari da su farkon dai state na farko suka ce za mu ba su miliyan 20 muka yi mu shirya yadda za mu shirya da su sai da ba a ƙarshe dai muka haɗa 400 suka ce mu kai musu muka ce ni da wani yaro muka ce za mu kai musu kuɗin mun kai musu mun da tun za su ba mu matan nan gaba ɗaya sai suka ba mu mace 3 suka ce sai da an jima za su tura sauran ko kuma zuwa sahi shiru har dai wajen kwana 20 ba su turo da yaran ba bayan kuma mun taho mun goya matan wanda suka ba mu suka tarbe mu kuma suka anshe mashin din mu.
He led me into his compound where I met his 3 daughters who were held captive for 35 days by the bandits. The chairman of Basari local government area, Manir Mwazu, spoke on the reign of terror by bandits in the area, saying there were occasions when the bandits attacked up to 3 communities in one day. He is grateful to Governor Aminu Masari for the decision to dialogue with the bandits, which has brought relative peace.
We used to have many attacks, especially in the night. These bandits used to attack sometimes simultaneously like 2-3 villages in a day. That's how we've been battling with them, with the security agents, all that we have been doing to avoid this thing. And when the rainy season comes, it makes the whole thing worse because these people can lay ambush for the security operatives, which they inflict some casualties to our security personnel. I can just mention very few of them. There is Shekiwa, where they attacked and killed 2 of our policemen. There is Kase, where they attack and kill one of our commanders, the military commander, Lieutenant Ali. And there is this attack in Daurawa, There is this attack in Bia Kikwana near Bazari. There is this attack in Dangeza. There is this attack in Garilabo. There is this attack in Garin Danyaro. There is this attack of Rumas Ohua, Rumas Sabua. There is this attack in Malamawa.
On his part, Governor Masari, who went deep into the forest to directly engage the bandits, said no sacrifice was too much to stop the bloodletting in the state.
People are saying that even by going to the forest, I'm putting my life to risk. I have sworn to protect lives and properties. So if sacrificing my own life will ensure security of over 7 million Katsina indigenous, so why not? Because the people that are being killed are also Katsina State native. They are Nigerians. The only difference between me and them are the governor and the ordinary people. But in the eyes of Allah, we are all equal. Yes, I have much more responsibilities. Yes, my life needs to be put to do more. Yes, I can add value more than this life. But that is all by the way. By so doing what we took risks to do, we have saved many lives. We have rescued over 67 kidnapped victims, young women, children, and older people.
The dialogue is being celebrated everywhere, as areas that were attacked too dangerous are now being accessed freely by citizens. Babajide Kolade Otitoju, Shimfida, Katsina State.
Welcome back. Okay, before I go to GKB, Babajide, now, let me place it on record that other Nigerians that are not in Katsina, that don't, they're not witnessing, that don't know what is happening in Katsina State, they've criticized this move. That while should Governor Aminu Bello Masari negotiate, go to the bandits and negotiate with them and sit down with them to negotiate, are we that helpless? So what did he tell you?
Yeah, you see, when the security operatives couldn't stop the killings, he had no choice. How many of our communities are policed, are protected? Because these people target communities that are more protected. And usually they operate at night. By the time the security agents storm the area, they will have finished the operation because they ride on motorbikes. They are usually very many, sometimes up to 100 on motorbikes, and each of them carrying AK-47. You can see even with what happened in Shimfida, our security men were overwhelmed. When they saw that they could not overpower the bandits, they retreated and left their vehicles. So all those vehicles owned by the task force were set ablaze. So if I were a governor and I can see that security agents can't stop the killings, I must start thinking of what else I can do. Yes.
It is a responsibility. GKB, your intervention now.
Well, those who see the things you just told Gideon, obviously not good students of history. I'm sure they remember the Tamil Tigers that fought the government of Indonesia for 30 years. And over 2 million people died. At the end of the day, they still have to come to the table and come to an agreement. It happens in every warfare that if the stick is not working, then you use the carrots. I think that's what the government is trying to do now. It's both an acceptance and a reality. Acceptance the fact that we do not have enough resources to win this battle with force. We have to use other thing. And then, of course, the reality that if you don't protect your people, those people offer more than the state can ever could. That is the tragedy.
Yinka, some people are even saying, because the officials of Katsina State were quoted that they got a go-ahead from Mr. President to actually go into that negotiation.
Even the IG was involved.
That, yes, can we be that helpless?
You see, talk is cheap. We are here. We can pontificate and say a lot of things.
Right on the social media,
exactly.
Facebook, do a lot of analysis.
Now, This past weekend, our newspaper, the Nation on Sunday, spoke with Chief Duro Onabule, former CPS to former President Babangida. And one of the questions I was asked is, now you are out, what do you see? Why don't you criticize or what do you see that is going on in government and your subordinates who are now holding the job you are doing? What do you think people criticize? Look, when he was editor of the National Concord, there are so many things he never knew. And when you get there, there are so many things you see, and you know that to criticize is very easy. And we might, from now till eternity, say, no, Chebi, we budgeted this, we budgeted that. As GKB said, there is no war that ends on the war field. You must come to the round table. What the governor has done with the presidential approval is, look, we are losing too many people. We are losing too many lives. Is there a way we can come to a compromise? And don't forget also, the carrot has been used. At a later date, when peace has become fully restored, you can take a visit back and say that, okay, there must be restitution. But you must first of all secure peace before you do any other thing. So when we talk about things, we talk from what we can see. As they say, who feels the pain, who wears the shoe, knows where it pinches. So that is very, very important. Even while saying that, oh, why did they have to bargain with terrorists? Even the world powers, they have their own bargain with terrorists. It may not be open. It may not be what's on the...
even through third parties.
Exactly. So, for there to be peace, there are some steps that you have to take.
Okay. Babajide, ultimately, these people, let's say the government, they're going to part with money and everything, negotiation.
No money.
Okay. I want to say, let's say if it's money now, after they've exhausted that money, would they not come back to start terrorizing? At least you spoke with some leaders of the bandits.
See, this thing, these armed bandits attacks is like an ethnic war between the Fulani and the Hausa. That is what it is. The Fulani accuse Hausas of setting up vigilantes and killing their people. This is how the conflict began in Zamfara and Katsina. And Katsina came up with Amnesty. They made their demands, built schools for us in the forest. In fact, one of the schools that Katsina built for them when they had the Amnesty program in 2017 or so is where Dangote is using as his camp now, Katsina School. So they asked, give us water points, give us schools, give us cattle routes.
Families there.
They are inside the bush there. Give us cattle routes, give us this. Once those demands are met, they will release the captives in their hands. And they too now told government that policemen and soldiers, they've been extorting money from us and locking up our people. Help us to secure the release of our people. If you do that, the people that we are holding captive, we will release them. This is what happened. They didn't pay a dime. As long as their own interests are met, yes, they will be willing to, in fact, they advise the government not to pay ransom to anybody. Once their own conditions are met and you release their people in detention, they are happy. You see, the forests are too extensive for us to think we can use
military.
There is a forest called Kuyambena that extends from Niger State to Kebbi. And there's a boy there.
Police that?
There's a boy, you know. All these bandits, they are not, a lot of them are not married, those small boys, 35, 30, 27. There's a boy called Dogo Gide. Is that Dogo Gide that killed Buhari Ndaji? He's operating from that forest, yes. That's why the whole of that Breeding Gwari area, right up to Funtua, the road that leads to Funtua, is in charge. How do you police such a forest?
Can we replicate this in any way, any other place in the country? Is this a good model?
No, actually, what Jide is not saying is the fact that the area he just mentioned is bigger than the entire Southeast. So you have to put it in context to know the size of what we are talking about. So to replicate it will be on a smaller scale, because we are talking about a very vast expanse of land.
Yes.
In such a way that is bigger than some states. And you're talking about things that because it's a forest.
That forest stretches, it stretches up to Central African Republic.
So,
so how do you police that?
Imagine all the distance. Let's use Lagos factor. It's like a forest from Lagos to Ilorin. Just like that.
We need to go to our time flies. We need to just get on with the final segment of the show.